Hi guys, it's Cindy Leach, your polymer clay tutor, and today in the PcT Test Lab, we are testing a brand new, never seen before product called NeverBurn. And what it is an additive that you add to your polymer clay that extends the baking temperature range so that you never have to worry about burning your clay again. So, as you know, in the polymer clay tutor Test Lab, we often get products sent to us from all over the world. And recently, we had this really mysterious product sent to us, and I had never seen it before. In fact, I couldn't even read the label. But as I started looking through the paperwork and stuff that they sent me, I started to get very excited. And what this product is an additive that you add to your polymer clay. We'll just take a look at it here. It is a high temperature polymer that you can mix in with your clay, with your raw polymer clay, and it will extend the baking temperature. So it doesn't even matter what brand of clay that you're working with, and I work with Primo, mostly. I work with some of the other brands as well. But if you add this to the raw stage and condition it in, what it'll do is give you a range where you can properly cure your polymer clay at a lower temperature than normal and as well as a higher temperature. Now let me just explain. For example, Primo bakes, its ideal temperature for baking Primo is 275 Fahrenheit. But if you underbake it, it will become really brittle. And I've got some samples here that I'll show you in a second. If you overbake it, then, like if the temperature is too high, then you risk burning it or turning it really dark, which you don't want to do either. And this can happen for a bunch of different reasons. Some of them are to do with your equipment. So a lot of ovens can be out, their temperature gauges can be out by quite a few degrees. So what we do is we make sure we use a separate oven thermometer to make sure that the temperature is exactly right. Other things that can happen if you have a really small oven, like a toaster oven, and if it's not very well insulated, it can heat up and cool down and heat up and cool down. And so you get all these kind of spiking issues that happen. Now I do have videos on how to deal with that. It will show you how to insulate your oven. But, you know, whether you're a total beginner or even a seasoned professional, you are going to every once in a while mess up, and you are going to accidentally forget to put the dial right, or something will happen. And it actually happened to me recently. I was baking some Female Professional, and you may have seen the video on that. I did a bunch of the color chips, and the Female bakes at 230 degrees Fahrenheit, which is a lot lower than Primo. And I forgot to change the temperature on my oven, and after just a few minutes I could smell that it was probably burning, and then I looked and saw the temperature and realized it, and I had baked it way too high. And this is somebody who bakes polymer clay for a living. So we can mess up all the time, and one of the cool things about this product is that erases the stress from you from ever messing up again, because it will let you bake your piece at 25 degrees below the ideal as well as 25 degrees above. So that means now, instead of having to only bake your Primo at 275 degrees Fahrenheit, you can bake it anywhere between 250 and 300 and still have a perfectly cured piece. Now, let me just show you some of the samples here. So the first one I'll show you here is the one that was baked properly. So this has no NeverBurn in it. This is a typical piece that you would have. It's a piece of Primo baked at 275 for 1 hour. So let's just test the strength, and this is what I would expect. It's nice and strong, and it looks good. Now here's a piece here that was under cured. So this has no NeverBurn in it, but it was under cured at 250 degrees for 1 hour. Let's test the strength of that. Oh, it's brittle. So you can see under curing is not the way to go. Now, here's a piece. We can already see that it's over curing is not the way to go. It looks terrible. It'll be strong because will have melted those fibers really well, or the plastic particles in there, but the color itself looks bad. And in fact, I only baked it for 30 minutes instead of a full hour because I could smell it. And I could see, I took a look and it was already burning. So you cannot bake the Primo too low or too high. But here are some samples here where I did add the NeverBurn. So this one is the underbaked one at 250 for and I did that for an hour. And as you can see, it's just the same as our original sample was. So it's acting like it was cured at exactly the right temperature for the right amount of time. Now here's one with the NeverBurn at 300 degrees. I baked this one for a full hour, and as you can see, color-wise, it didn't burn at all. And I suspect that this will be nice and strong. So you can see that this is a very, very cool product. Now the easy thing to do is I've got a little bit of clay here. This is a half a block, and I would just take some of the, this is a half a teaspoon, and I would just add this additive to my clay. And you can either use your Never Knead machine if you have one and work it all in that way, back and forth, or you can mix it in with your pasta machine, depending on what tools that you have. And you'll see that it works itself into the product really well without changing the look or the texture or anything about it. It will seem exactly the same as your regular product. So you would do this right away when you get your block of clay. You mix in your NeverBurn and you're good to go. Isn't that so cool? And as you can see, I'm super, super excited about this product, but I'm even more excited to find out if you happen to notice the date of this video. Did you see that it is April 1st? Aha, April Fools. Well, we loved fooling around, and we've been doing this for quite a few years now. And in fact, I think the first April Fool's video we did was back in 2010. So you regulars were probably already catching on that this wasn't a real product. In fact, as a suggestion from my son, I used a bunch of translucent clay and just chopped it up into little bits. And unfortunately, it's not going to help you protect your clay. So you better watch those other videos and learn how to do it the right way. All right. So hopefully we did catch a few of you, and hopefully you got burned. All right, let us know in the comment section below if you got burned by this video. All right, see you later and bye for now.